Hey, what is going on, guys? Dante here for AnimeSpaceship, and this is the episode review for Tokyo Ghoul Re-Episode 7. Before we start in with this review, guys, I just want to let you guys know that the reason why I haven't been able to do most of these reviews is because I was just so busy with college and schoolwork that I didn't find the time in my schedule to record most of these reviews, but I have been keeping up with the episodes, and yeah, in all honesty, all these episodes up until now are super amazing, and yeah, Bradley did a good job doing those. But without further ado, let's get straight into this review. So the episode starts with Hinami on the destroyed stage platform with Kisho Arima and the squad surrounding Hinami. Then we get to a clip where Heisei wakes up from his fight with the owl. We don't really see the owl at all in the scene, but we see Heisei going up to Arima, and he asks to take custody of Hinami. Likewise, Arima agrees to Heisei's request because it's actually the investigator who defeats the ghoul is the one who gets to keep the ghoul. So in this case, no one actually beat Hinami, but Arima decided to let Heisei keep custody of Hinami. And then we cut to the intro, and then the actual episode starts. The actual episode wasn't a bad episode in general. It was more of a slice of life kind of episode, and that I think I really enjoyed about it, because in animes like Tokyo Ghoul, where it's all fighting, all gore, and all those stuff, we don't really get to see what they do when they're not actually on the mission, or we get to see what the ghouls do, but we don't really see what the humans do in their daily life, and that is what we really got that in this episode, and I really like that. So after that, we transition to Mado in her office talking about the two missions the CCG carried on that day, and they were talking about they also had a mission to transport some Queen case, and they suspected ghouls to attack their ship anyways, or their shipment, and that exactly happened, but they just came in time to end the auction after they finished defending the ghouls, and that's what happened to the auction. We didn't really get to see if they captured Madam or not, Big Madam or not, or what actually happened with the other people. They really ended it really quickly, just telling us that reinforcements came and everyone fled. So basically that is what happened with the auction arc, or I don't think it's an arc, but yeah, while she was talking about the auction, we get to see Takizawa and Mado scene. They just glared at each other and they said each other's name, and then the owl left. And they also mentioned that while some of the ghouls were leaving the auction, an unknown figure, which I'm not gonna spoil anything, but we all know who that unknown figure was, attacked the other ghouls while they were attempting to leave. After that, we transition to another scene into a promotion hall, with the CCG promotion hall, and basically almost everyone gets promoted. We get to see what's his name again? We get to see Shirazu and the girl with the blue hair. I forgot his name, but they get promoted to second grade. Uri and Tori, they get promoted to first grade investigators. Heisei becomes a senior investigator. Mado, that was a senior investigator before, becomes the associate special investigator, and Chuzo becomes a special investigator, which is kinda a big deal. After that, we see a scene with Heisei talking with Mado, and Mado was like, "Ooh, you should be proud. Not many achieve investigator or senior investigator at this age," and they just laugh it off. After that, we see a brief part about Heisei going in the mirror and talking about Hinami, and suddenly Kaneki appears in the mirror. He gets a flashback from Kaneki, and Kaneki was like, next time I show up, disappear. And right when he says disappear, he was like, don't make me disappear too. And Heisei begins to like freak out, but thank God it didn't get really out of hand. But yeah, he kinda begins to freak out, and then we just get a transition and see what everyone else is doing. We get to see Shirazu just walking around. Then we transition to Uri just working out because he doesn't want his rivals to surpass him. More on that later, but yeah, we just see Uri working out, and then we get a scene with Juzo and the guy with the eye patch, Toru. They were training with knives, and Juzo was like, Toru, you're really good with knives. Why don't you use more than one? Because you guys all know Juzo is like uses like I think 5 to 6 knives. When she fights, she uses a lot of knives, and Toru was like, I don't want to get caught. And then she asked Juzo, aren't you afraid that your knife will hurt you? And she was like, me and Pain aren't on speaking terms, which just shows off Juzo's like insanity, in my opinion. I think she's like a bit, well, since I've seen her in the original Tokyo Ghoul in season 1 and 2, I thought she was like a low-key psycho, but I don't know what you guys think about that. It's her personality, and I don't really mind it, but I just find it badass in a way. And yeah, Toru is just like coming up now, and she is like afraid to like fight and stuff, but she still has to realize that she's part of the Queen Squad, and she has to do what she has to do to get promoted and get paid and all those stuff. So then we get to see Kaneki, or I keep saying Kaneki, but his name is Heisei. Then we get to see Heisei talking with a guy. He's actually was Toru's teacher, and then they were just talking about the kids because Heisei was talking to the kids. And then just when he was walking away, Heisei gets a Jason flashback, and with that famous finger crack at the end. And then we just see a clip of, and then some time passes by and we see a clip of Shirazu and Toru walking home. But before that, we see a woman with long hair and with glasses put something in Heisei's mailbox, and after that they just walk past her while they go in the house. When we go in the house, we see Heisei is making food to celebrate their promotions, and we later find out that Heisei invites Mado and Arima over, which we still haven't seen a lot about Arima, but Arima for me is a really, really interesting character because we haven't seen a lot about him. Yeah, we haven't seen anything about. We haven't seen him in Tokyo Ghoul season 1 or 2, or anywhere in the manga up until this arc. So Arima for me is a very interesting character, if anything. So yeah, we after that we see Arima and Mado comes in. They have a bit of food. Yeah, and like Uri had to go grab the food because Uri didn't want to participate in the dinner because he actually wanted to train to get stronger, but he went to grab the groceries, and then like Heisei apologizes to Uri, because he was like, sorry for me making you pick up all those boxes by yourself, and he was like, yeah, it's okay, no problem. But yeah, then we get a little slice of life episode, especially at the table when they're all eating. Like Heisei made Mado's special family curry, and Akira just instantly was like, oh, this reminds me of home. And then Uri went to take a bite of the curry, and his mouth was just on fire while Arima was explaining that Akira's family's curry is so spicy that it's SS rated. Then, after all that, we see Heisei giving everybody gifts. He gave Uri a headphone, I think, and he gave everybody else that got a promotion a gift. He even gave Akira a gift, and at the end we didn't expect him to give Arima a gift, but Arima got a gift too. He got like 2 eagles. It's like something, yeah, it's like a badge-ish. He got that and he accepted that. And before Heisei gave Arima the gift, Arima was like, yeah, you're really like a father to these people, huh? And he said, yeah, I guess. Then everybody leaves. We see like Heisei just like preparing to lock the house up, and we see like Uri going out. And Heisei and Uri has this small moment where Heisei was like, hey, if there's any areas you're lacking experience or lacking combat on, just know that you can always talk to anybody in this house or anybody in the Queen Squad to help you out. And he was like, yeah. Or he said it to himself, yeah, that is right. And then he just went on with his training. And then there comes this interesting scene which clicks with the mailbox girl that we saw. And these scenes get a little blurry because we don't really know what time they take place in, or if it's the next day or if it's the next week, or how long has passed since the auction. But we see Heisei looking at the mask because he got the mail. Yeah, we see Heisei just looking down at the mask and was like, this is Ken Carnegie's, huh? And he just keep looking at it, and then he goes back to the coffee shop Toka, and still they didn't mention anything about him. But right after he leaves, they start talking about, how are we still going to get the old Carnegie back? And they're like saying they established a plan to get Carnegie back. And right before the episode starts, or not starts, before it ends, we go to a hospital scene with Uri and the doctor, and the doctor was like, oh, Uri, you've lost control. And he was like, damn it, old man, how did you find out about that? And he was going to tell the doctor about Turu's like Kagane, that it came out, but the doctor probably already knew, so he stopped and was like, hey, we don't address personal issues here. And he was like, yeah, you probably already know. He said that to himself. And then when he was walking out, he followed Shirazu, his other member in the Queen Squad, and he saw that Shirazu was actually like talking to someone. We don't know who it was, but someone really injured. I think it's probably Shirazu's master or someone in his family, because they really do look alike. But yeah, they were like talking. And yeah, so that scene just really ends, and then we go to like the finale of the episode, where we see a random ghoul that I think is going to make a important role in the following episodes. I don't really know, but yeah, we see her killing like innocent civilians right around the corner. And then we see Master Shu hungry again, and he was like, I need some food. And then the episode ends with that. And yeah, honestly, it was not a bad episode. There wasn't action at all in this episode, and I didn't mind that at all, because the episode was just so interesting with all the slice of life. I had to watch this episode 3 times. It took forever to watch. Like, the episode was so good that it like didn't finish like in a flash. It felt like forever, and that's what I like about these kind of episodes. They're so good, you don't even notice that, hey, it's already been 25 minutes, the episode haven't ended yet. They just keep going, and I absolutely like that. And that does mean too that they're pushing a lot of stuff into one episode. But yeah, I still don't have a problem with the continuity issues with Tokyo Ghoul. If anything, it was a good episode. If I had to give this episode a rating, I would probably give it like a 8 out of 10. And yeah, maybe it's not deserving of an 8 out of 10, but I actually thought it was deserving for an 8 out of 10. Well guys, I'm Dante from AnimeSpaceship. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode review. It's been a long time coming. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Deuces.